Welcome. In front of me I have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and today I'll be showing you how you can apply the privacy glass, as well as also showing you how it kind of looks like, so you can see if that's something that you might want to put on your device. Okay, so I'm gonna need to first start off actually by removing the existing glass. This is just box standard cheapest tempered glass. You can see, there we go. I'm gonna throw that to the side. Let's open up this. Actually I can just do it from the bottom, I guess. There we go. Let me zoom out just a little bit so we have a bit more room to work with. And there's nothing else in here. Tempered glass, cool. So let's just take that out. So here's the privacy glass. You can see how it kind of works. Next, that's neat. So we can just plop that and bam, have it for our phone. Damn, thanks. Ugreen, that's actually a pretty cool thing that they added. Now, moving on, here we have wet wipe, dry one, and dust remover stickers. That doesn't matter. Installation guide. Again, that doesn't matter, that's what I'm here for. And lastly, we have this little bumper for basically made easy application. So for this, you will need to take off case if you have one on, as this bumper won't go over your device with it. And all you will do is see, am I putting it in correctly, or is it going this way? Okay, is it this way, I think. Right, yep, so we have power button right here, so this is for the power button. Yeah, man, stop. There we go. Actually, that's kind of odd. It's a weird design. Now, let's kind of see what they want me to do here. So they basically want me to apply it the same way I applied the tempered glass without the bumper. So you would just push it on up here and then drop it. So it still has a bit of wiggle room at the bottom, you can see. So let me just kind of bring it close. So if you look at it, there is still a bit of wiggle room, so you will want to try and position this correctly yourself, making this contraption honestly a little bit useless, I'm not gonna lie. So now I just clean up the place right here so I can have some space to work with. There we go. So assuming your device is already clean and prepped for application, I'm gonna just explain how I will be applying the tempered glass, and depending on which one you have, because you might not have this kind of bumper like I do, but if you have the Ugreen one, chances are it comes with it, but if you don't, then you will need to do it by hand. So for by hand application, when you peel off this sticker right here, whatever we have right here will be the sticky side on the tempered glass, so you will just grab it like this, and I recommend holding it by the edges like I am right now, as you can see, and then you will apply it at an angle first, so something like this, because this will allow you to position this correctly at the very top, so you can pull and push it, and then also shift it left or right. And while you're pinching it with your left hand, you can shift it based on holding the bezels, which you can barely see. Let's see if we can, okay, maybe this will be a little bit easier to see. So you can kind of shift the tempered glass itself from left to right with your left hand. So you have all the possible movement that you need, and you want to utilize it for applying the tempered glass correctly. So as an example, one of the things that you will need to pay attention to is, I can bring in like very closely so I can show you this. Here we have our camera. You want to make sure that the camera is smack in the middle of that cutout. And once it is, you'll apply force with your left hand, assuming everything is already aligned, and then just lower down with your right hand, and just constantly make sure that it is what you'd consider the middle point, and then just drop it, drag your finger, and you're good to go. So now with that out of the way, with this bumper, or ones that will be better than this, all you would need to do is just plop it on here, like so. There we go. This one is very crappy, I'm not gonna lie. And once you peel this off again, you're just gonna smack it, smoosh it in here, so all the way to the top, and then drop it, and this should be applied relatively correctly. Like I said, there is a little bit of a wiggle room right here, but if you push it all the way to the top right here, that wiggle room shouldn't really matter all that much because this is still straight. So I'll be applying this using this this thing right here. But if you want to see me apply, I don't know, maybe ones like these ones with that came without this bumper, you can check that out on a separate video. Or honestly, I can just kind of do it with the old one. So once it's peeled, which this is already sticky, not very usable, but as an example, you just align it right here and drop it, and as you can see, it kind of went crooked. Okay, that's interesting design. Let's try it again. Oh, there we go. So I do need to put force on down here, so you just push it upwards, some pressure, and do something like this, and it should apply correctly. Let's see actually how well this went. So this is just kind of like a me screwing around and just seeing how well this went on, how evenly, and honestly pretty decent. Okay, so, and I can do the same thing for showing you how to apply it by hand. So you just align it correctly up here, and again, left to right, it's pretty correct. Just push that a little bit higher, put force, drop, and same thing, and it's about the same. The only difference is, for me, I by hand applied it a little bit to the right side. As you can see, the glass is closer to the bezel right here than it is on the left side. Okay, so anyway, enough ranting. Let's put this on. There we go. All right, first things first. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Now grab this. So here, come on. Okay, there we go. So we got our sticker. Wow, that is a massive sticker. We got our wet wipe. I'm gonna turn this off. There. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe off the display, and wow, that is a lot of moisture right here. That's a one wet cloth. So wipe your phone correctly all around, and then grab the other cloth, clean that off. Now the stickers right here will be used to remove any kind of dust that will settle on the display once it's cleaned, obviously. Now let's grab our bumper, push it on here. Now this one is pretty crappy, so I do need to put force down here when I will be applying the glass. So let's do that right now. I'm gonna peel it off, put pressure, push it up here, put pressure down, drop, move, and And wow, that is gonna take some fixing up. Actually, not too much, to be honest. So let's peel that off. And because we do have a massive air bubble right here, which you can see, you can grab your fingernail. I'm trying to find an angle where you will see this. You can see I'm lifting it up. There we go. The air bubble is almost gone there. So I can start lowering it down while applying pressure right here. It doesn't create a new one. And you can see it's now completely gone. So if you have any other ones, for instance, like there are some at the bottom right here, you can do the same kind of thing. Carefully lift it up. You also want to do it slowly so the glass doesn't shatter. Okay, there we go. We got all of them. Now again, just lower it down. Make sure that you get rid of any kind of air bubble that will come up. And there's one left right here. And there we go. So you can see it's now applied. Now let's boot up the device so we can see, so I can show you how this looks like when it's applied. One thing that you will notice is the brightness. The brightness is reduced. So if I bring up another iPhone, once this one boots up, I'll show you as a comparison. So both of them have technically the same displays. This one has a normal tempered glass, while this one has the privacy. White background. So you know what, let's open up. Bear with me, there we go. White background. And you can see massive difference in terms of what white is considered white now. Like, that is a staggering difference. And this is just looking straight at it right now. So this isn't even like activating privacy right now. If I start shifting it, you can see it completely vanishes from view. Just get rid of the light so you can... So there we go. It just vanishes. And just to give you a comparison between these two devices, how they look like when you shift them to the side. So both of them technically right now have about the same brightness as it is auto. So both of them are supposedly showing you the same white brightness level as, well, each other. But with the privacy glass, it's much diminished. Like this is looking like I would lower down the brightness by, yeah, that's about close to it. And so let's peel that off and you can see how it looks like under. So I'm not planning to keep this glass. It was just a little showcase. Okay, so it actually didn't drop this much in brightness, so it is pretty dim. So you can see how it looks like. Okay, so there we go. That about sums it up. Now, I'm not sure if this is something that you want or not. It does. I also want to add one thing that you will not be able to see on the video. The way the privacy glass works is at an angle, right? There is an angle at which point your left eye and your right have discrepancy between how much of the display they see. Because, you know, when you have your phone closely, they both have two different angles that you're looking at. And when you start shifting it, one eye might see the kind of dimness of it start to kick in like this, while the other one is still seeing it a bit better. So you can see there is like a, you have a little bit of an angle where it just completely disappears. And if you're kind of susceptible to this, there is small chance that you've seen this before, even if you are susceptible to this. But this will basically mess with your kind of head, where it just looks very weirdly to you. Something like one eye sees a different image than the other one, while the rest of the environment is still the same. So it's something that you might want to like look into before, if you don't know. And also, if you start to feel weird when looking at your device, that's probably the reason. You can close one eye and the other, and you'll see why that is. When one eye, for instance, sees the phone normally while the other one has it more dimmed out like this, your brain starts to have like this weird breakdown of not knowing what the hell is happening, and that's because of the glass. But you might be completely fine with this, so it really depends on the person. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.